Set the mast up!
World.
Welcome alle sammen. Today we are looking at the treasure and this raid at Sutton Hoo here. It's a very cool unlockable things you can get here. There's quite a bit, but the main one is a very good shield called the Plank and Buckler, which I'm going to show you how to get. And the game designers have really done their research because this is a real life ship burial that usually only people in the historical community are aware of, and it's one of the most incredible and mysterious ship burials in the world. And I'm going to tell you a bit about it while walking you through how to get this treasure and shield that's hidden away here, because it's a bit of a pain to get to. So first you kill these guys, and there's quite a few guys to kill, so you can just follow along, but I'm going to speak about the ship now. So first of all, this ship burial, the timeline is a little bit off. So in the game, we were playing in the year 873, and the ship burial at Sutton Hoo was from the 600s sometimes, early 600s, they think. And so at this time, the Anglo-Saxons were still pagan, actually. They were starting to convert to Christianity at that time, but still, this ship at Sutton Hoo is a 100% pagan burial. But this was buried in the 600s, so all of this area here would have been underground for a couple hundred years by the time the Vikings got there. This burial was actually not uncovered until just 80 years ago in 1938, so it was underground for almost 1,500 years. So as you can see, you can go in this in the ship there, and you go back down, and there's a door. That's where you need to go, but the door is locked from the other side, so I'm going to show you how to get around it now. So the ship is 28 meters long, and that's, I believe, the biggest ship burial we have in the world. And it was found with a lot of different rich artifacts from many different origins, lots of artifacts, but no body found in there actually, and they're not quite sure why. It's possible that it could be decomposed in the very acidic soil. It's possible that it was moved and buried in the Christian burial a bit later on in time, since they were in the process of converting. And some say the person was maybe drowned or lost in battle, or maybe even cremated. So we really don't know, but it's just a big mystery there. Now this is the other way to get through to where the treasure is. I'm going to show you. I try and sneak up on this little bastard here, but my guys spoiled the surprise for me, like you can see. But anyway, there were a lot of weapons that were buried in the Sutton Hoo ship, but they were kind of pretty and really fancy and filled with jewelry and gems and stuff. So we think that the weapons were just ceremonial. So we are pretty sure that it was a king in there, and some scholars have theorized that it was King Redwald, because the time period lines up. He died in 625, also because he was said to have converted to Christianity, this king, but he was actually still a pagan. We have records saying that he set up pagan altars next to the Christian ones in his halls and his areas. Also, a lot of his wife and close associates were recorded to have never have approved of Christianity and didn't like him converting to this new Christian religion. Also, there is tons and tons of beautiful jewelry in there. They found belt buckles, shoulder clasps, clothing, along with all these crazy patterns and art that we don't see anywhere else, really. And so we're really not sure where most of this stuff comes from. So this is the last part of it. You smash through this wall, then you walk forward a little bit more, and you get to this wall full of rocks here that you can't get through, but if you look just a little bit to the left, it'll give you a thing to read, and it says some shit about blah blah blah, the torches, unless you want to get blown up. So that's all you do. You try and throw a torch through this little opening there, and then it'll make a boom, and that's about it. Okay, oh fuck, I missed that one. But anyway, that's all I'll say for this video. I could go into a lot more detail about the artifacts that we found in Sutton Hoo, and lots of theories that we can conclude from it, but really it's one of the craziest, most mysterious ship burials that we have, and one of the very few ones that we have in England, actually, because the Anglo-Saxons, as you know, they were Germanic pagans. They worshipped Thor and Odin. Not for long, they were Celtic before before for the longest time, but starting in about the 300s, that's when the Germanic tribes called the Angles and the Saxons started to come into England, and then they became Germanic pagan for a few hundred years before they converted to Christianity. So there you go. That is the shield, the plank and buckler. Really good shield. That's the main treasure here, but like I said, if you explore this village, there is a lot more to uncover once you've killed off all the guys here. But that's all I'll say for this video. Vi ses nästa gång.
Plank and buckler. Superior heavy shield. Press A equip. Hold X upgrade. Sepulchre X. Find Dane X.